So you should be using right now either Smart Music or your method book. You should have open example 1.6. And we're going to walk through right now what you should be doing for every example when you're practicing it. The first thing that we are going to do is count. So let's count through this example together. 2, ready, count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to say note names and finger on our instruments. So you should have your instrument up and you are going to go through and say the note names with me while fingering on your instrument. Ready and C, C, D, 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 C, C. Look ahead at the music. C, D, C, C. Next, we will go through and we will sing on a ta while fingering on your instrument. So instruments should be up and we are fingering and singing on a ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Now we will go and play through the example. So let's do that together. We're sitting up, feet flat on the floor, back straight. Let's get our flutes ready. 1, 2, ready. Now, if you have smart music hooked up to your computer, you can play along with smart music. If you don't, you can play along with the CDs in your book or just practice from your book. The next thing that you should do is go through and find what the hardest examples were or the hardest measures were. So measure 3 might have been difficult. So now you're going to go directly to measure 3 and you are just going to practice measure 3. So we'll try that together. 1, 2, just measure 3. Once you practice the hard measure, you would go back and put it all together. Maybe you found the last measure to be the most difficult. So go through just the last measure now before putting it back together. One of the most difficult things in that last measure is just going back and forth between the C to the D to the C. So practice just doing C, D, C a few times. Now put it back together and play the whole last measure. And then you would go back to the beginning. So if you're using smart music, you can turn the accompaniment on. If you're practicing with the CDs, you can go ahead and practice with the CD and the accompaniment, or you would just go ahead and put the entire example back together. So here is 1.6. 2, ready.